years only, we've built resilience and we have been able to navigate those challenges.
Oil is like a bad habit. You know it's not good for your health, you know that there are alternatives, but you just can't kick it. For India, oil has been a national security challenge too. We never had enough crude reserves, so we import from other countries. From which countries? Depends on the state of the world. Wars, tariffs, policy, piracy. All of these factors have shaped India's energy security. But now the government of India has an ambitious mission to end our foreign reliance to become energy independent by 2047. Earlier today, I sat down with India's Petroleum Minister Hardeep Singh Puri. We talked about this ambitious plan. Right now, he is looking to speed up oil exploration, basically to find oil and gas reserves within India. Certain areas have already been identified. The next step is giving out contracts. Private and state firms are free to put in their bids. As always, the highest bidder will get the exploration right. As of now, 9 rounds have been completed. The last contracts were awarded in April 2025. And how much area was that? Around 1.36 lakh square kilometers. If you win the contract, you can drill in this area. A 10th round has also been announced, and this one will cover around 2.5 lakh square kilometers, making it one of the largest exploration projects in the world. And some of these are offshore, meaning the exploration will happen at sea. The minister says India is close to a major discovery. Where? Near the Andaman Sea. It could hold around 1.8 trillion liters of oil. And if true, this would be a major success story. Unfortunately, such stories are rare in our country. In a lot of cases, companies simply sit on these oil blocks. They bid for them, they win the bid, but they do not develop them. I asked Minister Puri how he would prevent that.
There have been instances in the past where companies have won bids, but they've not developed oil fields. So how do you make sure that companies have won bids, but they've not developed oil fields?
No, not one. Many of them. And I think they are getting the correct response now. We're just cancelling them. Because it's very easy. What you do is you bid in a large number, quote unrealistic thing, become L1, and then you sit on it. How can you justify somebody who's won a bid 12 years ago, and every time you talk to him, abhi ho raha, abhi ho raha, abhi ho raha. Nahi bhai, nahi hoga. And on that basis, you're raising money in the outside market. No, the whole thing comes full circle, and we will contest those.
In 2025, this may sound a bit weird because oil is seen as the main villain of climate change. We have summits to reduce oil usage, to invest in green energy. In that context, does a mega oil push make sense? Or is it a step backwards? I asked that question to Minister Puri. He said this plan is not about an affinity towards oil. It's about dealing with the ground reality.
You know, the world over countries are talking about ending new oil exploration. And here we are launching this mega project. Do you face pushback from governments or climate groups?
When this business started, I was a little worried because it's so easy to talk about climate change without knowing the reality. Yes, when I first joined the Council of Ministers, I'm talking about 2017, yes, we wanted to get a lot of this thing, no good, no good. When I became Petroleum Minister in July 21, no fresh investment is going into it, but all that has changed. Why has it changed? Because of drill, baby, drill, or no? I think it's changed because of a ground reality. The ground reality is that even if you want to make the transition, and we are very serious, and we are the only country which is, I think the only country which has met its Paris commitment, but when you want to transition, you transition from the present to where you want to transition to. You must have the resources for that transition.
Like he said, you transition from the present to the future, and presently India faces a new energy challenge. Tariffs from Donald Trump. He has given Russia 50 days to strike a deal with Ukraine. If not, he is threatening them with tariffs. Not just direct tariffs, but also secondary ones. Say you buy goods from Moscow, maybe oil or gas or fertilizers, then the US will impose tariffs on you as well for buying from Russia. Trump suggested these tariffs could be as high as 100%, but a proposed US bill says they could be 500%. And if that happens, it's a problem for India. Russia is our top energy supplier right now. They make up more than 30% of our oil imports. So India is right in line to face those secondary tariffs. But the petroleum minister is not worried.
So we are buying 30% of our crude from Russia, and now the Americans have threatened secondary sanctions. What impact do you see on India's oil supply, and what is our backup plan, sir?
Well, first and foremost, madam, I don't feel any pressure in my mind. And I don't think my boss's mind is wired to feel any pressure. And that's where I draw my strength from. During this period, India has diversified the sources of supply, and we have gone, I think, from about 27 countries that we used to buy from to about 40 countries now. But more than that, if you go into should you buy from a source 1 or should you buy from a source 2, we have been clear from the day go that we will buy from wherever we have to.
So India doesn't feel the pressure. We will buy from wherever we have to. But will that also include Iran? At one point, Iran was a major oil supplier. In the year 2007, they made up 12% of our imports. Today, it's come down to 0.04%. The reason? US sanctions. But now there's a window of opportunity. Trump is looking for a nuclear deal with Iran. He's also allowing China to buy oil from them. Does that offer India a chance? We'll listen into what the minister said.
We stopped buying from Iran post the secondary sanctions in 2018-19. Have we talked to the Americans about a possibility of an opening there?
Don't make a mistake. They're still supplying. We are not buying. That's one thing. It's not that Iranian oil is off the market.
But will we start buying?
I will not buy.
Do you see us start buying?
Look, we are a country anchored in the rule of law. If there is a sanction to which we agree, I mean, anybody gets up and places a unilateral sanction, that's a different thing. I'm not obliged. But if it's a sanction which we've accepted, we will not violate it.
Certainly, these are turbulent times. India is speeding up its oil exploration. The energy market is roiled by sanctions and tariffs. Once shut-off markets are being unlocked, and all of this is happening in the middle of a green pivot. Remember, India is one of the few countries doing it right. The Paris Accords had called for 50% green power by 2030, so half of your electricity capacity should be from fossil fuels. And India achieved that this year, a full 5 years before the deadline. So New Delhi's strategy can be best described as a cocktail of everything. I guess when the energy security of 1.4 billion people is at stake, it has to be.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
Stands at $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor,
Hindi,
$30 trillion ka karjo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali.
Japanese,
4 兆ドル以上も
Portuguese,
por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select a language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.